Hi, listen, I'm Kevin.
Hey, nice to meet you.
How are you doing today?
Doing well, how are you?
Good, good. All right, so we have our 5 lesson session that you got. What are you trying to get out of these 5 lessons?
Just trying to lower my score a little bit. Right now, I'm probably sitting at about a 6 to 8 handicap.
Okay.
Wanting to get it back down to where I was last summer, about a 2 handicap.
Yeah.
I've really noticed especially over this past month, that I've had the blow up holes,
Okay.
where I'll put one in the trees and try to just get out of it, and not good.
So instead of trying to get a bogey, you're trying to get for a par and just leads to a higher score is what you're trying to
Yeah.
get to.
I'm not a person that makes a whole lot of birdies per round, so the
Okay.
big scores really add up to affect my score a lot.
Okay.
And so just basically all around, I'd like to get better with my wedges, a little bit better with putting, and then obviously with the mid to long irons, I'd really like to get a lot better with.
All right, so we'll work on wedges. All right, hi Weston, welcome to the second lesson.
Hey Kevin, good to see you again.
How was the practice last week?
It was really good, really good. I really enjoyed doing that drill with the alignment stick on the ground.
Okay.
I really noticed that with my wedges, I was compressing it a lot better.
Okay.
Going a little bit further, but a little bit more accurate with a little bit more spin.
Okay.
So
All right, so you also said last week that you had some trouble with some chip shots. We're at the chipping green here, so can you describe what type of shots or what gives you trouble on the chipping green?
yeah, so I really have a couple troubles on the chipping green. I have the trouble of when I short side myself, having to get a little bit fancy, which I think everyone has that trouble. But just not really being confident. But my main one that I have is a little bit longer of chip shots. I just don't really have a certain club that I can really depend on, and to know that I'm going to get it close every single time.
Okay.
So it's just a little bit more distance control.
All right, we'll work on that today.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin.
Hello, Weston.
How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you again.
All right, so how did last week go?
Good. Worked on a little bit of the chipping drills and that kind of stuff that you had. I was actually hitting it a lot closer on my chip shots and everything, so it was really good.
Okay. All right, sounds good. For today, we are here at the bunker. You had some trouble with the bunkers, I think?
A little bit, yeah. I just don't generate a whole lot of spin out of the bunkers.
Okay.
I'd like to have it where it just like kind of lands and stops instead of rolling out or doing that kind of stuff.
Okay. We'll definitely work on that today.
All right, thanks, Kevin.
So how did it go last week, Weston?
It went pretty well. Worked a little bit on the bunkers and that kind of stuff. Not as much as I'd like, but still worked on it a little bit.
All right, cool. So this week we're here on the golf course just to work on some golf management, things like that.
Okay, perfect, awesome.
All right, hi Weston.
How's it going?
Good.
Good to see
So
you.
how did last week go with course maintenance?
Good.
Yeah.
Really learned how to manage the course a lot better.
Okay.
You definitely pointed out a few things that I could have done better, and that really helped me out this week. I only played about once or maybe twice, but it definitely helped out.
Yeah, it's better than none, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I see we're at the putting green. So do you have any difficulties on putting? Do you have any concerns?
Yeah, well, I've just been kind of messing around with putters, so that's a main concern. My confidence levels aren't up that high with the stroke, but also when I have a putt that breaks from left to right, I tend to miss it really low.
Okay.
So just figuring out a way to overcome that.
Okay, sounds good. We'll work on that.
Perfect.
Well, we're getting towards the end of the lesson here. So what have you learned today?
I really learned that I need to compress the ball, especially using those drills that you gave me, making sure that I'm staying through the shot, not lifting up or doing any of that kind of stuff, and just that will help me dial in my distances a lot more.
Okay, yeah, just practice that whenever you get a chance. Even you can do that in your room. Just get a ball and a club and just drag it around the carpet.
Okay.
Things like that would definitely help you.
Okay.
All right, thank you for coming in.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay, so we're at the end of the lesson today.
Okay.
So what 3 things have you learned today?
The first thing was that I was really wristy and I needed to kind of lock it in and then just rotate.
Okay.
Learn the effects of the rain and what it does. And then another thing I learned was this gate drill, which I thought was really cool. I've never really heard of that or anything. So.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Yeah, you just have to practice and keep doing it, and then we'll see you next week.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it a lot.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, so we're getting at the end of the lesson, and I noticed throughout your So maybe just test out a new club
Okay.
and then see if it makes any difference.
Okay.
If it doesn't, just stick with the drills and practice.
Okay. So just making sure that I hit it a little bit closer to the ball instead of so far behind it, and
Yeah.
that makes it spin a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then just having to practice that is going to be a problem. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks.
All right. See you next
Appreciate it.
We're at the end of the round here.
Okay.
So how'd you think?
Thought it was really good. I really enjoyed having you kind of teach me a few things out on the course, but also see what I normally do out on the course and giving me a few tips on that.
All right, sounds good. Just 2 key points that I think that I covered over here. If you think, just bring that up.
Yeah, I think that one of them was to try to be a little steeper,
Yeah.
but then also I really liked what you said on this last hole was with the chip shot,
Yeah.
with playing around when you're practicing with mounds and hills that are in your way,
Yeah.
so that you know which way things are going to break and that kind of stuff.
All right, sounds good. So I'll see you next week.
Yep, perfect. Thanks, Kevin.
Well, that concludes our lesson. We had a great time.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot.
So just to recap for what we did, just doing a couple things.
Yeah, so one thing is to kind of take a smaller stroke and not overcompensate for
Yeah.
the left to right breaker.
Yeah.
And then imagine a path instead of just a small line. That way you have a little bit more room to miss,
Yeah.
but it's still going to be, if you hit it on that path, it's still going to go in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I had a great time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. I really appreciate
Yeah.
it.